Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man, at your services. How are you all? Hope you're doing very well. Yes. We're in the main studio, the usual studio today. I've got lots of different studios going on, lots of things in the works. We're opening up more sound stages in Kilt Mansions for further exploration and much chaotic weirdness. Folks, hope we're doing very well. Cheers, y'all. I don't mind if I do. Yeah, now, I showed you Trick or Treat's fabulous mask from Wong for Oliver Reed as Leon the Werewolf from Hammer's 1960 Curse of the Werewolf. If you've forgotten it, I shall show you it. There you go. Now, I've done nothing to this mask. You've seen this a couple of times already. The unboxing and then the actual full video. And yes, I'm sure you'll agree, it's fantastic. I need to take down the sort of the in between the eyes, bridge of the nose fare, which is a little bit too profuse to be accurate. But I am very happy with this. I love it to bits. The ears, I know, should come down a little bit further, but you know, they are what they are, and I like them because they should be sprouting up from the top of the head anyway. So, Roy Ashton, as I've discussed, did go and look at wolves, real life wolves, filmed them, photographed them, drew them, studied them, because he wanted a convincing wolf-like look for Oliver Reed when he becomes a lycanthrope in the light of the full moon. He looks great. He doesn't look anything like a wolf though, does he, really? But he does look like a wolf man, a werewolf. He looks like that. There's the two creatures, the man and the wolf, embodied in one infernal hellish creation. And I adore, you know, this swept back fare, this sort of silvery grey look to it. The underbite and that pugilistic nose. You've gone 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. Yeah, Mike, try and bite those ears off, motherfucker. But yeah, a great mask. Casey, I love it, mate. I love it. But in the last video reviewing that, I made reference to an earlier video and an earlier mask, an earlier rendition of the Curse of the Werewolf Hammer Oliver Reed, you know, appearance. And many of you have seen that video. It was done, oh God, I don't know, a year, maybe a year and a half ago. I can't remember. And I said, you know, it'd be fun to get that mask out again because that mask was made under license from Hammer Films. Under license, Hammer actually okayed this, signed off on it, but it was done by Smithies. Sorry, Kilt-Man, what did he say? I said Smithies. Kilt-Man, I didn't quite catch that again. Who was the mask manufacturer, the mask maker? Smithies. Yes. Every high street's got one. And, you know, for the general sort of person who wants, there's a costume due coming up, there's a Halloween party coming up, oh, I need something horrible. You go in there and you get your Scream mask, you get your economy budget price Michael Myers mask, and you know, and you buy your axes and your chainsaws and your knives, and all very cheaply done. But hey, you know, look, they are what they are, and they exist for a reason. To make money, to make things and supply things on the cheap and make some moolah off it. But they got the license to manufacture a Curse of the Werewolf mask, a Christopher Lee Dracula mask, and I can't remember rightly, I think it was the Curse of Frankenstein, so Christopher Lee again as the creature from Curse of Frankenstein, which of course is both those masks. All these masks have been re-released by Trick or Treat Studios now in this incredible tsunami of latex lunacy that's happened in 2020, the year of COVID. They've released all these masks in one huge onslaught, a tidal wave of terror. And so you can pretty much extinguish all those earlier masks. I only got the one of this Smithies Hammer range, and it was the one I definitely wanted, of course, because at the time it was the only one that existed, werewolf mask from that movie. It was the Curse of the Werewolf, and I did the video on it, and I did take the piss out of it quite ruthlessly because it demands nothing more and nothing less. It is a piece of shit. It really is. And I vowed, although my mask itself had been completely dished and bashed in, so it was all over the show. So we weren't getting the full effect anyway. I know that, and I can make concessions for that. And I did say at the time, I'm going to work on this, and I'm going to make it as best as I possibly can. I didn't do a damn thing to it. Fucking, I haven't even seen it since that video to now, just before doing this video, because I thought, oh, I did mention I was going to do a comparison, and it comes up now. So anyway, I've done nothing to this. The Casey Wong, Oliver Reed Werewolf. That profile is magnificent. It is truly, truly breathtaking. As I say, just take the fur down between the eyes up there, and you've got him. You've got. All I would have done is maybe bring this out slightly more, or maybe flatten the nose a little bit more. In fact, you've got it there. You've got it there. And side on, you've got Oliver Reed's eyes. Look, I've gone on about that at length. Let's get this travesty out. Prepare yourselves. Please, put a girdle on or a straitjacket to stop your ribs from cracking with laughter, the sides from splitting. Are you ready? Now, before any of you start trying to be funny and say, Kilt-Man, that looks just like you. I know it does. Oh, what was that? What was that? Did you see something there? Oh, what? It's Christmas! It's Noddy Holder! It's the return of Hammer's and Smithy's version of the Noddy Holder from Slade mask. Seriously, folks, I've done nothing to this. This is how it arrived. Look at it! All I've done since the last video, in fact, I've just done it now, I've shoved a load of bags in it to try it, because the nose was, it's like saying, oh, this person who jumped off the Empire State Building and it's just strawberry jam on the floor, got a slight bruise there, just be a fucking pile of sludge. It's like saying, oh, the nose was slightly misshapen. The whole fucking thing's misshapen, look at it. It's an absolute travesty. Oliver Reed? A werewolf? It's Noddy Holder. No disrespect to Noddy. Loving your work, man. Loving your work. It's your time of year coming up. Christmas. Yeah, come on. But for fuck's sake, what were they thinking? Well, I have discussed this in the previous video about this mask. That what they've done quite clearly, lobby cards, production stills and photographs and posters were liberally bandied around to promote the movie. Many of them having Oliver Reed actually clutching the gorgeous Yvonne Romaine, who played his mother, the mute servant girl who was abused and raped and conceives him on Christmas Day, unleashing a lycanthrope upon the rather quaint English countryside of Spain. But and he's holding her aloft, or he's strangling her, he's going for it, and it's a great picture of him. She's in his arms, and he's going, like that. Of course, in the film, she dies giving birth to him, so the two of them are never on screen together. So as a werewolf, he could never actually go for it. And plus, it's his mother, but it's because she was so gorgeous and so much better looking than the bit of totty that he does fall for in the little town, little Spanish hamlet. Catherine Fellows, I think it is. No, Yvonne Romaine was the one, which is why they put her on all the posters. But anyway, on those pictures, which were often photographs, which were then hand painted over, which was it was done a lot in those days. The lobby cards, it gave them this kind of this kind of goldeny luster, which made them really, really colourful and vibrant. And I've got them. They're on the wall. They're actually presented on the wall. The lobby cards, and I've got loads of imagery and magazines from it as well. But what they did there, because they coloured it all, and in some shots of these publicity ones, his hair looks a bit shaggier, but they've coloured it ginger, and on those shots, kind of goldeny ginger. So what has Smithy's done? They've copied them. Instead of looking at the film, they've copied what was on these production and publicity artwork. So he has absolutely massively Annie style curly hair, and it's ginger, and the face is, see, I can forgive that, although it is horrible, but I can forgive that because that's what they've done. They've looked at those cards, and I get that. You know, it's not accurate, but I can see how they came up with that sort of look. And incidentally, there's the initial label for it as well. You can see there was a version with like a shirt and a chest piece, a chest rug, and I think there were fairy paws as well. It looks like a BG that's been exposed to radiation, been bitten by a radioactive, I don't know, sloth. But you've got this cowardly lion look to it as well. But it's Noddy Holder. It just is. If you don't know who this guy is, just Google him. Google him. You're going to see that with a big glam rock, sparkly top hat on as well. But look at this. What the hell were they thinking? Now, I spent a long time in that previous video discussing how the nose was bashed in and it was all turned to one side. Well, even if I've stuffed bags down that to try and fill it out, but it's still wrong, isn't it? Because we now know the nose should be, oh God, hand's not big enough. That has benefits, you know. The nose should be flattened down. It should actually, I mean, even on this, it should perhaps be in a bit more like that. Flattened down, bulbous and wide, but flattened down for that sort of very sort of vertical with the underbite, ski slope sort of look. But this, quite clearly, when it's filled up, it's pointed. Where'd they get that from? And they've got this ridiculous underbite here. This sort of like dumbass caveman look. What they have got, although, again, you make some, you know, be sympathetic towards the fact that it's massively dinted in here. But these, what rather weird temple moments, which are going on. Moments? I don't know what that means either. Which you can see there, which on the Tots mask take on, because of the colouring they put there, the paintwork, it gives it a bit of a raspberry ripple sort of effect. Now, in the film, yeah, they are there, but it doesn't look quite, the shadows now, it doesn't look quite as livid as this. But in the shot in the jail cell where he transforms in under the full moon and kills his cellmate Michael Ripper, and he also kills the jailer as well, the guard. But in mid-transformation, he turns around and you do see those lines that sort of, you know, and it looks like in a later film they'd be pulsing, there'd be air bladders underneath them to help, you know, with the animatronic and prosthetic transformation. But this was just Roy Ashton just putting the makeup on there. And as is the full wolf, you do still see them, but in the shadows they don't look quite as livid as that. In the lights here, that they look purely raspberry ripple. Looks quite tasty actually. But here, he's kind of snotty green, a snotty green colour. There is some variance. There's a bit of pink on the nose actually. But instead of having pink shot through on the FOD, you've just got black shadows. But they have tried to do it. They have tried to capture that look. The eyes, wrong. Well, everything's just plain wrong. But look at the hair. Nigel Green played the Green Knight in Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and he all bedecked in green, but he had massive curly hair. He was tall and imposing, and the hair, it actually kind of reminds me of that as well. But I tell you what I do like about it is the ears. Now the ears do start, okay, they actually start below the eye line, where they should be kind of more in line with the top of the eyes. So at least they've brought that down, and I do like them. I actually like the ears. Look at them, they're pretty good. I would show you the other one, but the other one's a fucking mess. That's the good one. That one there. But this ear over here, well, I don't know. You probably can't appreciate, but it's actually massively bent here, and it's folding it's folding over there. That's what it's doing. But yeah, I mean, the ears aren't too bad. There is a video which I've seen, well, I mentioned it in my video on this mask, also on YouTube, with someone who's got this mask, and it looked pretty, well, it looked alright, looked better than this, because it wasn't so bashed in, and, you know, because that wasn't available, the good one was not available, and the only one you could get would be this. I was like making a lot of allowances and go, oh, you know what, it looks alright, you know, I can't wait to get this. And I was only paying, wait for it, for this, £5. I know, should have saved it, shouldn't I? That'd be a large whiskey in my local, that. Well, actually, it'd be almost 2 large whiskies in my local, if my local was actually open. Oh. Let's drink to our lost pubs of the COVID era. What? Oh yeah. So yeah, it looked pretty good on that. Well, it looked all right. But when it turned up and it was all over the show, and then you think, well, even when we pad it all out and get the nose sort of sorted out, it's completely inaccurate. It's a fucking mess. But it's a bit of fun. Only cost £5 to get. Oh, it's actually quite a rare mask, I'll be honest. And well, now you know why. They must have made a couple and gone, oh, fuck that. You're never going to sell any of these. Don't make any more. Stop that production line. Let's do some more Scream, you know, ghost faces. But there you go, folks. Let's look at the two of them together. I'm playing Benjamin Frankel's gorgeous score for Curse of the Werewolf. There is Leon Curse of. Look, he's like, arrgh. See, he doesn't even want to turn the right way. You're such an awkward bastard, you. But it's Christmas! I mean, you don't even know it's a werewolf, do you? Let's be honest. Do you? Did you know he was meant to be you? Did you? What? He says, fuck that. Well, fuck that. So, I started to do a little jokey sort of comparison, and now I have. I think on my last video with this mask, I sort of ended it by going, ah, fuck it. And that's how I'm going to end this video as well, because that mask, it may be rare, it may be unusual, it may capture the flavour of those publicity cards and imagery, so it may be unique in that aspect. But folks, you know it as well as I do. That is a piece of latex shit. Absolute shit. Buy that only for novelty's sake, and that's what Smithies are. It's a novelty shop, isn't it? So I can't blame them for what they did there, and I do believe that they followed the publicity, imagery and artwork rather than the film itself to come up with that turd. So anyway, folks, this was just a bit of fun just to remind you how good the Tots masks really are. Yes, we can all say, well, they're not quite screen accurate, because we're all geniuses when it comes to like making masks, aren't we? Yeah, I'm not. If you've got the ability to repaint, rehaul, and do all that, rehair these things, brilliant. But if you can afford to go out to someone who can do it, brilliant. With that, I totally, agree with that. If you can do it, do it. Why the hell not? But I'm also one of these that, someone has sat and pored over imagery of the movie itself and come up with that. It's been approved and then it's gone out for mass production. So you pay your money, and you're just buying a mask primarily. It's a mask. You're meant to wear it. Obviously, as collectors like to display them as well, because some of them are far too good just to be worn around Halloween or to do where you might get ale spilt all over it, or someone ciggy sets fire to it, or whatever, or drunken, you stump, you can't see because the eye holes have gone the wrong way, and you walk in front of the fucking bus. These are the pitfalls of mask wearing. But on display, these still look majestic. They're infinitely better than what came before. And there was a major case in point. So, folks. From me and Ollie, but not Noddy. Cheers, y'all. Plenty more coming. We're now kicking in. This is the final weekend before Halloween. This is Saturday morning. Halloween is exactly 7 days from now. So, from tonight, you're going to see a big kilted build-up to Halloween. And we're going to make it special. So guys, in the meantime and this increasingly hairy in-between time, please be healthy, be happy, keep it kilted, keep it Celtic, and just be yourselves and have fun, y'all. And we're going to see you all haters. They're dead. They're all messed up. That elusive stop button, it tricks me every time. Have I got a hole in my thumb? You know, that maybe it doesn't seem to work. I don't know. Folks, let's try that again. Take 2. Be happy, be healthy, keep it kilted, keep it Celtic. And we're going to see you all haters. They're dead. They're all messed up.